I have been doing bobsleigh for 6 years now, so I don't really know if anyone knows how I actually got into bobsleigh in the first place. As you can tell from the videos, I used to be a sprinter. I actually did that for 9 years. And one day my coach was approached and asked if he had any athletes that would try bobsleigh, and of course he came straight up to me thinking that I would be the only one silly enough to do it. And he was right. Basically, I tried some basic pushing in Australia, and then I tried it over in Europe, which eventually led to my first bobsleigh runs, and then into my first bobsleigh races, and eventually into my first World Cup races. I knew I needed to get faster and stronger, which that's exactly what I did. I spent a lot more time in Germany leading into the 2022 Olympic season. And honestly, I ended up in pretty good shape. However, the season of the last Olympics, I had the most unlucky season. I got COVID, I got a concussion, I had all of it, and I didn't end up getting selected to race at the games. I was pretty heartbroken, but what I did with that instead was go over to Lake Placid to a development camp and learn to drive a sled. I had previously done a development camp in driving back in 2020, but I hadn't driven a sled since. And throughout this camp, I knew that I absolutely needed to be in the front seat. I love the challenge of driving a sled. So I decided that was the next step for me. The next season, I juggled being a pilot in monobob as well as a brakeman, and managed to come away with a 4th in World Junior Championships in the under 26 category. Keeping in mind, I really didn't have a lot of runs under my belt. At the end of that season, I did another development camp where Desi came over to be my brakeman so I could do my first ever 2-man runs. The following season, I did both monobob and 2-man races and ended up competing in my first ever World Championships. Despite being my first season driving 2-man, I'm really proud of our results. I'm really grateful for the team that also made this happen. This brings me to the most recent season where I competed in my first World Cup as a pilot, which was again another very proud moment. And honestly, I am so grateful for everyone who has supported me so far in bobsleigh, and I can't wait to see what the future holds.